Alrighty.
Hi, welcome to our podcast, Barely Even Friends. It's me and Tristan again. We're going to be talking about current events, what's going on in the news right now, maybe a little crypto talk, and his experience in joining random crypto servers and leftist servers. Because, yeah, let's start with crypto news. Okay, then start talking about your experience.
I mean, I don't remember the names of the servers I joined back in the day, but just standard leftist servers. You go to Discord, type in leftist, I would join those servers. And it's the same thing I was telling you earlier. Basically, it's just full of just weird people for the most part. Nothing wrong with that, but it's not really about the socialism shit. It was just about being fucking weirdos.
They want a safe space, and you're out here violating it.
And there's nothing wrong with wanting that, but I don't get how you're gonna call it socialist just because of that.
Maybe you should just stop being mean.
I wasn't mean. They banned me before I could say anything.
Is that why you got banned from all of them?
I would just join in there and be like, the first thing I would say is I'd be like, hello, I used to be a Nazi and I'm here to learn more about leftism, and then the server would just disappear.
That was your first mistake, being honest.
Yeah, but it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because people don't like Nazis. They're like, this guy is fucking weird. What is this Nazi doing here?
It was in the past, man. It was in the past.
The past, literally last week.
Yeah, back in those days, it was
You literally
literally a week ago.
You gotta. That was literally last week. That was yesterday.
The thing is that
Fucking
tells you
wild.
something, though. I mean, I remember on the Nazi servers, they if a communist or someone joined, or a feminist, they wouldn't just ban you immediately. I mean, they would try and convince you, and
Yeah, they want you on their side.
they would troll
Yeah.
you a little bit. But leftists would just immediately ban you, and I mean, I think there's something wrong with that.
Have you actually tried arguing with a Nazi?
Yeah, me and Vera did. That didn't go too well.
I've argued with fascists and Nazis and ANCAPs. They're all very irrational. All their beliefs are not based in science. Anything that's counter to what they say is fake Jewish news, and they blame the Jews for everything. Everything's genetic. White people are superior. Apparently, humans didn't evolve from Africa, even though that's the science. Some weird other shit. It's literally a waste of time arguing with fascists. All their positions are illogical.
Oh yeah, the Nazis me and Vera were arguing with were threatening to kill us.
I met a Russian Nazi, and that was weird as fuck because he tried to convince me Hitler didn't hate the Slavs. And then I went and Googled Mein Kampf and Controlled F Slavs, and all it was him saying Slavs ruined the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
Well, that wasn't the real Hitler, man. That's just bullshit that the West made up. Yeah. Is that what they said?
No, he said that wasn't in my copy of Mein Kampf. Was literally what he said.
Yeah, that is me and Vera. Those Nazis we met were they were Arab Nazis. It was weird. Yeah, that's the same shit religious people will tell you. I've heard that a million times as well. I was telling some chick about how the Bible says to kill gay people. She was like, "My Bible doesn't say that." I was like, "Yeah, whatever." Like, you just can't fucking read.
Actually, it doesn't say that, Vesda. What are you talking about?
Yes, it does. It says some shit about in Leviticus or whatever. It says like, if a man sleeps with another man, such as a man sleeps with a woman, his light will go out at darkness or some shit like that.
Yeah, it says that.
That's pretty explicit.
That it's about murder. I'm gonna Google that. I haven't actually read the Bible in like ever, to be honest. Actually, I try to. Long story short, I'm never reading the Bible. The shit is too long.
It is too long, huh? I read it because I used to be in Christian school. I was in Christian school in elementary school though, and I became a Nazi in middle school, 6th grade. Hey, before that I was a tanky.
What put you down the road of tanky to Nazi, and then back to tanky?
Well, I was only really a tanky because I was like 13. The aesthetics, I was just like, yeah, the Soviet Union's cool, fucking communism, everyone's equal, shit like that. But I didn't really know any of the political theory at all. Uh, and then I just became a Nazi because I just met the wrong people. Probably the easiest way to put it.
Then like you separated yourself. Oh, yeah. Then what got you out of that spiral?
Basically, and ContraPoints or whatever. I mean, I can't, people shit on Vosh, but Vosh was like a big part of why I got out of that shit too.
Like you're watching him debate Nazis, and it just changed your life.
Basically, yeah, I saw a bunch of I saw a bunch of his videos and like my recommended or whatever because I used to like Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson and uh, all those fucking conservative people and Nazis. So I started watching his videos like Vosh destroys Ben Shapiro, and I was like, okay, we'll fucking see about that. And then I was like, oh, he's kind of right.
And then you just went down the rabbit hole of being a commie. Now you hate Vosh.
I don't hate him. I mean, it's like I still watch him sometimes just because he's always streaming whenever I'm not working or I'm bored. So I just end up watching his fucking streams. But they've become more and more unbearable lately.
So I googled the Leviticus quote. It says, "Thou shalt not, you shall not lie with a man as with a woman. It is an abomination."
Interesting. Yeah, well, it pretty much spells it
It
out.
means kill him.
It's okay, everybody just pretends like the Old Testament never happened.
Hey, that's the whole point of Jesus dying. It makes there's a whole new covenant, so you don't have to listen to the Old Testament. So keep enjoying your bacon and bacon cheeseburgers.
Why are there so many Christians who follow the Old Testament then? Like, I don't know if you've heard of Pastor Anderson, um, or the Westboro Baptists.
Are they actually kosher?
Oh no, they're not actually. No, they're not. They don't follow all those rules like the bad rules, like you can't eat shrimp and shit like that. They follow the fucked up rules.
Because there's literally a commandment where you can't eat dairy from a cow and beef together. So cheeseburgers aren't kosher
I didn't know
because
that.
he's Jewish. He was Jewish in like high school. Yeah, he said some of the kosher rules. Like, yeah, you can't eat hamburgers aren't kosher because of the cheeseburgers because you can't eat dairy and beef together. Eating a bacon cheeseburger is like a double sin, I guess.
Huh. I mean, my history teacher was a pastor, and he wrote Christian music songs. That was like my senior year history teacher. So I used to argue with that guy all the time. He would just pretend like the Old Testament didn't exist. He'd be like, no, no, he's like, I've never read that before. I don't even know what you're talking about. He's like, we don't follow that. I'm just like, okay.
Well, it's true because, like, according to Paul, he was like when he was trying to convert the Gentiles, like, yeah, you guys don't have to follow the rules from the Old Testament. Jesus died, so there's a new covenant with God, so all the old shit doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, but he would always say shit like, "Oh, that never happened. The Bible never said those fucked up things." And then he'd be like, "No, we don't listen to that anymore." I'm like, "Which one is it? It was never written, or you don't listen to it anymore?"
It's never, but yeah, the prohibition of the consumption of animals who have not been killed by mankind. Oh, so it's not kosher to eat animals that die from disease.
Ugh. What do you I was What do you think about, like, I was watching Sam Harris recently, his whole like Islam controversy from back in the day, I think like 40 years ago. Um what do you think about that?
The whole new atheism, the whole new atheism thing against Islam was kind of racist.
Yeah, it is a little bit racist, but at the same time, like, it does make sense a little bit because Islam never Islam is more violent than Christianity, at least in my opinion. I haven't really gone through it too much.
It's kind of so people say Islam spread by the sword because most people converted to Islam were conquered by Arabs and like other Islamic groups, and usually Christians and Jews were allowed to keep their religion, but they're basically treated as second class citizens and they pay taxes and they couldn't like do a lot of things. But any of the not like the pagans and like non Christian Jews would be forcibly converted to Islam.
Yeah, but I mean, in like the present day, people say that Islam is still so violent because, or I don't know if it's really Islam itself that's violent, but more like the violent sects of it. But people will also point out like the polling that, like, 60% of people in Egypt think gay people should die or whatever. But the question is, do you think that they would be just as violent or have these bad beliefs if there was a second testament of like the Quran?
Wouldn't most Christians have believed that like 100 years ago?
Probably, yeah. Probably it's probably a safe bet.
Most Christians, so like for the longest time in Christianity, only people who could read the Bible were priests in the medieval Europe because only the priests were literate and all the Bibles were in Latin and no one spoke or read Latin but the priests and they only heard it in Latin every Sunday. What changed was after Gutenberg's printing press, they they started printing Bibles in like German and English, and that's when the Protestant Reformation started happening because people could read the Bible and make judgments for themselves.
Yeah, Martin Luther and shit, right, or something.
Exactly. I kind of feel like the reason why people say Islam's more violent is because the U.S. has been funding the with Saudi Arabia. They were funding those militant religious sects in the Middle East and like Southeast Asia to fight against communism.
Yeah, it's a fair assessment. As for the polling numbers or whatever, like 60% of whatever the fuck, I don't remember the fucking data. Do you think that'll change due to, industrialization and shit like that?
I think what more or less would happen is more accept. So if the U.S. like media would stop censoring this stuff in the Middle East, it would probably change. But that's never going to happen like anytime soon. There'd have to be more like gay rights activists in those areas, but they usually get murdered or they flee because like activism and like meeting people who are different than you are what changes people's minds and like seeing them on TV and like reading them in books. But that sort of stuff is banned in those countries.
Yep, I've heard the same thing about uh Africa as well. Like, what is it, Uganda or some country like that? They do not like gay people over there.
There's a lot of countries in Africa where Christian fundamentalists in America have been funding bills and those governments to ban like gay marriage and like anti-sodomy laws. After they lost the fight in America, they went to Africa.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have heard of that in passing. That doesn't surprise me at all. Isn't it? Is it? Which groups are doing that though? Is it like fucking Catholics, Protestants, Mormons, or?
It's the Protestants usually, like the evangelicals. It's the evangelicals. I'm probably the Mormons too. It's all the Christian fundamentalist groups like evangelicals and them. Because, like, fun fact, Protestant Christianity is like the fastest growing religion in Africa.
Africa's still pretty. Is Africa still split like North and South, Christian and Muslim?
It depends on the country and who colonized them. Like North Africa, and like the West Africa and like East Africa, like the upper parts of Africa, have like heavy Islamic areas and like heavy Christian areas, and I think like Southern and Central Africa are more heavily Christian.
Well, it's nice to know that Christians are over there spreading the good word. Yeah, brings hope.
Like, do you agree with Sam Harris that like Islam's more fundamentally like a violent religion?
I mean, inherently, no. But do I think it's more violent now? Yeah, but not inherently. No, that makes sense.
Do you think that also could be due to like colonization from like the like the European powers?
I mean, for sure, that could be a part of it. It's like it's a reaction to all those things happening.
Definitely, yeah. It's a lot of like reactionary forces in that area right now
Yeah.
because they're opposed to like liberalization, like socialism, communism, and stuff.
Yep. We're just making it worse too. I mean,
And the fucked up part is we're funding a lot of that shit.
yeah, exactly. It's unfortunate. Do I think it'll change though? Oh, fuck. How the hell if I know? I mean, I don't think if the U.S. just pulled out right now in the Middle East. Shit, I don't know.
Maybe communism will win in the end.
I don't know.
Well, socialism was doing really good in the Middle East up until like the 60s and 70s. There's this like Arab nationalism and stuff, and like Arab like nationals like and socialism were like on the rise, and then all the Arab socialist states and like other Arab nation states invaded Israel, then proceeded to lose that one. I think it was the 6 Day War, and that's when like the socialism in Arab countries like went out the decline, like started going out and declining because they couldn't defeat Israel.
Good luck. That's all I can really say to those people.
Good luck. And that's your problem now.
Yes, it is.
And that's your right to self determination. Figure your own shit out.
I mean, I don't think radical Islam is gonna win in the Middle East.
Why?
There's, because I don't think the majority of the population agrees with that. There's people like point at the polls in Egypt, about the fucked up things they believe, but Egypt's a pretty stable country right now, I would say. I don't know too much about it, but I don't see ISIS running around there. I don't see any wars. I don't see people being beheaded in the streets. Seems like things are going fine.
There's a lot of Islamic groups in like West Africa and like East Africa and North Africa.
Oh yeah, like Boko Haram and shit. The thing is, I those groups, I don't necessarily think that they're really that in it because of religion. I feel like it's just more of a civil war rebellion sort of thing, and that religion is more of an excuse for it.
A uniting factor between the rebel groups.
Probably. I mean, I don't. That's in like
no, the only time I ever
right?
lost all my money was in futures. Yeah, that is. Yeah, if you
Boko
make a certain
Haram.
amount.
I mean, it makes sense. There'd be a bunch of rebel groups. Like
Yeah.
they don't want.
It was only futures I lost all my
scamming
money.
people on the
I was
internet
fucking
all
around
day,
with futures.
so
Like normal
you're fighting
trading,
for
I
a
don't lose
different
my
way of
money.
life.
Kind of racist. Usually, I'll like I know when to get in and
Yeah,
out.
it's not Nigeria
Because with like
anymore.
shit
It's
coins and like
India. My bad.
cheap coins,
I don't want to
there's usually like
disparage
a
the
bull
great
run
Nigerian
where
people.
the price is spiking up because everyone's pushing
Okay.
it, and that's usually when you
Is
need
that
to
really
sell and
racist,
not buy
though?
in. And so it usually
Like,
crash back down.
I don't
pretty
see
quick.
how. I mean, it's true.
With like cheap coins,
that
shit
they do
coins,
be running those spam call centers.
like really cheap coins. India, there's usually a bull run for a bit, and that's usually
India
a good time
and
to
Nigeria,
sell. Then
both
they'll
of
crash
them.
down until you buy back in. It might have been Nigeria or somewhere else. But then, where like some coins, you want to hold for a while. Unemployment fraud somewhere in Africa, and like South America as well.
It's pretty genius. I mean, I'm not knocking them. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, what's the U.S. government gonna do? You don't live there.
Facts.
They're already bombing your country anyways. With a few more bombs, it's all about.
Now that's racist. That was a racist comment, Kyle. How dare
and
you?
luck, to be honest. I don't know. The U.S. is the one bombing them. Hey, we're bombing them.
Are we bombing fucking Boko Haram?
And none of this is financial advice, and I'm not invested. Yeah, like any other shit. They fucking special ops.
That's true. Yeah.
We have a bunch of drones in like East Africa and West Africa.
Well, I didn't even know Boko Haram was still really a thing. Like, I heard about it years ago. It's like they kidnapped a bunch of those girls or something. I thought it had kind of died out.
Yeah. According to the Nigerian president, well, the Nigerian president says, yeah, none of that shit matters. It's just how people feel. Yeah, who knows? It's all feelings. Basically, all of the U.S. wars are made with drones. Are bombed with drones. So it's literally gambling. That's why it's fun.
Coney 2012?
Yeah, I was there on the internet. The big days. And when a dude had the middle breakdown, and like in the middle of the street was like naked or some shit. Not right now. Like if you want to make,
I'm kind of curious about how that whole thing happened.
It doesn't matter right
where all
now.
that money went.
If you're a long-term investor,
they came to my middle school.
Really doesn't matter. Like fundamentals and scam, like the whole proof.
Yeah, they wanted us to buy all their shit. They're like, go home. And
that's pretty funny because it was like a white savior sort of deal.
Yeah, it was totally. But like, I just want to know, like, who the fuck funded that? Where'd all that money go?
What rich white liberals do? Whatever.
Yeah, they didn't do shit either. I know that I checked their website and they had like a live map of where Joseph Kony's like rebels have attacked. It's like, wow.
Buy whatever looks prettiest.
This shit exists, man. You don't like. There's other websites that do this.
If it looks cool, I think also too. His army was like on decline then, anyways. His child money into that's a bad idea.
Not the most effective fighting force The Lord's Resistance Army.
Easily replaceable though. But yeah,
It is,
check
but
out our
at what
Patreon,
point, like,
Twitters. You'll
there's
find us
not
on
an is there
all
really an infinite
podcasting
amount of child
uh,
soldiers? Like, eventually you're gonna run out.
platforms: Apple, Amazon,
You're running out of human shit
Spotify,
sooner or later.
Seems like
YouTube.
these rebel groups in
Um,
Africa just have like
you want to hang
infinite
out with us on
manpower.
Discord
Doesn't
if
make any
you
sense.
pay. There's a lot of people in Africa hang out with us.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
I mean,
$5 or whatever.
like with how much the U.S. bombs them, probably like
Sorry for the
feels like they would have
rambling.
died out
Yeah.
sooner.
Yeah.
Fun
They have to
fact,
pay to get in this Discord. Nigeria is gonna have like. Oh, I was gonna say Nigeria.
Don't you want to have?
I think it was about.
You want it to be free?
So we have like 300 million people in America right now. Nigeria is on projected.
Maybe we'll figure that out if people
to
actually.
have 500 million
if you want it
by
to be
like
free.
2050.
Holy shit, that's a lot of people.
No, this is the
in a
crypto
really small
server.
country.
This is
Actually,
co-op.
Nigeria is about the size as
This is socialism.
Germany. It's like bigger than Germany.
Still, I mean, 500 million
There's still
people in
money in
Germany.
socialism.
Fuck.
You could fit the whole world's population in Texas.
So yeah, thanks for listening.
How would you do that if you built like skyscrapers that were like fucking 40 miles
Bye.
tall, or?
So pretty much you have the density of I think New York City.
But who wants to live in a city with, like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that though. That wouldn't sound very comfortable.
Cities are actually better for the environment. Yeah, because the reason why so since more people are living in a smaller area, you reduce carbon emissions. It's easier to transport goods, and there's more environment left over for the plants and everyone else, all the other species.
I mean, I think of some other risks though, like the pollution, and with so many people being so close together, that might increase, the chance of a disease coming around, shit like that.
If you deal with animal agriculture, you won't have those diseases. Well,
That's like my immediate concern if I were to think of that.
if you don't have like animals running around, you won't have new diseases usually. And then what was I gonna say? Fuck. What'd you? Oh yeah. So the pollution thing. Electric trains and buses. No, it won't. But also too, because everything's closer together, you don't really need as long charges for the batteries for electric cars. So you can actually go with like smaller chargers, I guess. But yeah, cities are better for the environment.
You right. I mean, you got an answer for everything, man. But like the question is whether all this shit will actually happen. Hey, my friend's giving me his car for the next week. Hey,
Congratulations.
fuck yeah! I'm about to go do all kinds of shit with his car.
We're still recording.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh well.
You can keep going. Fucking leave all this shit in there. And then immediately you drove into the city.
Who cares, man? How the how the fuck are they gonna know who I am or whatever? But, my friend, like, the last time he gave me his car, he's like, you can do whatever you want with it, but I'd feel a lot better if you didn't like drive into the city or whatever, because it's crazy drivers. And I was like, yeah, I got you, man. And then I went right into the city. I was just like, fuck it. But
you just leave your phone at home.
yeah, he has me on that Find My Friends thing. He can see where I'm at. He was like, I'm watching you, bro. He's like, I'm gonna see where you're going.
You got to use your internal compass like a bird. You don't know your way home.
Oh, you can't do that. How the fuck would you live without that? You need that GPS.
Yeah, of course. He's lurking. He's trying to blackmail you. He's a fucking Nazi.
True. Oh, but about about the people finding out who I am, though, dude. The username I use right now, I don't know if they'll edit this out or whatever, but the username I use right now, I've been using it forever, man. And so if like the
blackmail you, he's a fucking Nazi.
Fuck, there was a comment on Reddit that mentioned me once, and it had 400 upvotes.
What's the comment?
So I was at that point. That's when I was like, oh fuck. It was on the nihilism subreddit back in the day. I used to be on the nihilism Discord, and I was, I don't know, I was a crazy guy back then. Like, I was just one of those. I was like infrared on the internet. I was one of those kind of people, and it was some comments. It was some comment. I don't remember that they were just talking shit about me. Like, oh, this sounds like a take Svezda would give on nihilism. I used to just go in there and be like, y'all, you guys are a bunch of pussies. You need to grow up. Nihilism's fucking stupid. Get some meaning in your life, clean your fucking room.
That Jordan Peterson.
Yep. Yes, sir.
and shit. Nihilism's the best. No meaning is all the meaning you need. Oh yeah, you want to talk about crypto now or whatever? Which cryptos do you think is gonna go to the moon?
Fucking ETH. I mean, that's what I have the most money in. So I think there's about 150% chance that it goes up.
Yeah, of course.
That's what people, I was just making a joke. People are always like, "Oh, this one's gonna go up," and that's because they have the money in that. But I think ETH is a pretty safe bet. I think ETH is a safe bet. At least in the short term. I think if crypto stays around, there's always going to be new cryptos coming out that are better than the last one.
Opportunities.
Yeah, the technology will get better, but for the foreseeable future, I think Ethereum's where it's at.
It's always interesting because you can get on a good one early enough.
Yeah, you can. Or any Ethereum tokens are probably a good buy as well. Or not any, but some. Like Uniswap.
You mean like Shiba?
Fuck no. Wait. Shiba's a fucking Ethereum token?
Yeah, it
I had no idea. It is Shiba supposed to lower the gas fees or
is. The gas fees are so fucking high. I don't think so. I have no idea.
I mean, from my understanding, the gas fees are what they are because there's so many people using the network, and so that's kind of a good thing. I think the only way to lower gas fees though is you have to run a node. You can run a node off of like a Raspberry Pi. The only issue though is you don't get paid for running a node. You just do it because you're nice.
That sounds like a waste of time and energy.
Well, it's really easy. I mean, you just fucking throw it on a Raspberry Pi and it runs and it only uses like 5 watts. It's just it's if you support the community and you think that a certain crypto is going to get better, yeah, you just do it to be nice. Helps the network.
Why would you want to be nice?
Well, um, some people have good intentions and want to help the world. I guess that's the main reason. But
Or, they have money in Ethereum, and if more people, if it's easier for everyone to get on Ethereum,
nah, man, nah. It's not about the money. What you mean?
all these people are running nodes from the kindness of their heart. They're invested in Ethereum, and they need they need Ethereum to be doing well.
Yeah, oh, I'm getting fucked by the gas fees too because I'm mining. They take like 10% of my payout gets taken from the gas fees. So I've just been waiting. I keep delaying my payout till hopefully it goes down. But the downside is the longer I put off my payout, the more the base gas fee is. Because like the latest Ethereum update, they added a gas fee for payouts, and I think it was like $3. Uh, $3 for a $200 payout, which is what I get every month. So it's kind of just fucked right now.
And so, wasn't Ethereum supposed to update soon?
In December, yeah, January, one of those months. You won't be able to mine Ethereum anymore after that. Dude, the amount of people who don't know that that's about to happen is ridiculous. Like I'm on a crypto mining server, and so many people come in there like, "Yo, I just bought 4 3070s, man. You know, and I'm like, what's my ROI going to be? And I'm like, are you factoring in that Ethereum can't be mined after January into your ROI? And they're just like, what? What are you talking about? My dude, are you shitting me?
Can't even mine Ethereum soon.
You spent like fucking 6 grand on graphics cards. You didn't even know that like it's gonna be useless for a while. Yeah, I mean, there's other coins you can mine. It's just that like, I mean, I don't know. Do you know about this? Like, do I need to explain this?
Yeah, there's like Raven Coin and all the other shit.
Well, there is. It's just that those coins are so small and so little people use them right now that let's say like every single ETH miner on a graphics card switched over to RVN tomorrow, the price of RVN would just tank. It would just shit itself. And then because there's so many people that switched over, the amount of Raven coin you'd get for mining would also decrease by a shit ton. Basically, like the crypto mining is going to be fucked for a month or two in like February, January, and it'll stabilize itself in the future. But people just don't understand that, I guess.
That their bottles is expensive. They're gonna lose a shit ton of money.
Oh well. Well, they're not going to lose money. They're just going to like if you make $5 a day off of Ethereum on your graphics card right now, when Ethereum's done, you're probably only going to be making 50 cents to $1 a day for a little while.
There's people who have like shit tons of whole system set up, spent millions of dollars.
Well, those people are going to be better suited to handle that, because like there's two kinds of crypto miners. There's the ones who they mine and they exchange it for fiat at the end of the month, every single month. And then there's other people who they hold for a long period of time. So if you're prepared to hold Raven coin for years, you're going to be fine.
Oh, but if you're selling immediately, you're pretty fucked.
Yeah. And you know what a halving is?
Isn't that when they they cut in half how many coins you get when you mine or whatever?
Yeah. RVN and Ergo are both having a halving in the next 6 months too. So there's going to be ETH2 ending. The rewards per block are going to go down. There's going to be a halving, and the price of the coin is going to drop. So it's going to be pretty ugly for a while.
It's gonna be fun times.
It's going to be fun times for me, because with all these dumb people selling their graphics cards for fucking half of what they bought it for, hopefully.
You're gonna buy like a shit ton of graphics cards, set up a whole mining business.
I'm trying to buy like 8, and I'm trying to get 2 of my friends to go in on it with me, so we can share the cost of starting it up and share the profits. And the bright side is that they don't have to worry about.
So what's the best coin to mine right now?
Oh, the best coin to mine is Ethereum, no doubt. The other side of that coin is that because there's a Raven coin and Ergo halving coming up soon, that if you want to hold long term, you might want to mine those right now while the rewards are still high. But the flip side to that is that it's more profitable to mine ETH and then just to convert it to RVN. It makes more sense to do that. So that's what I would do. And that's what I have done.
Do you have a shit ton of RVN right now?
No. I only have like 500.
You sold it.
It's only worth like 10 cents or something, so
No, that's not too bad. I'll probably go up to like $1 or so in like a year or two.
probably. I think Ergo is better than RVN. I think it's worth more money, but I forget what it is. I think it's a token for something. Oh yeah, it's a token for. I think it's just a token in general. It's not even for just Ethereum, but it's worth $20 right now. And I believe a few months ago it was only worth like $5 or something. It's pretty damn good.
I think Sol is mineable, isn't it?
Let me look that up. I think it is, yeah. Oh, you need a fucking. Apparently, this guy is saying you need like 128 gigs of RAM. Oh no, you can't mine it. You can only stake it. It's proof of stake.
What's proof of stake?
I couldn't really tell you. To be honest, I don't really understand it. It's supposed to be more secure or something, and use less energy. But I know people who support proof of work, which is like crypto mining. They fucking hate proof of stake because they say it's not secure. Like there's just nothing that beats a CPU like actually validating what's going on. That's what they say. So who really knows? Once Ethereum switches to proof of stake, it'll either skyrocket or it'll stagnate, and that will show us what's really better, what the market thinks.
Collapse.
I don't think it'll collapse. People might start moving away from it gradually if hacking becomes like an issue.
Do you think Sol will get hacked?
I have no idea. I don't understand. I don't even know shit about Sol.
You bought into it like the other day.
Yeah, I bought into it because I think it's just going to go up because whatever. Not because I know the fundamentals of it. There's been some rumors.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I knew it was going to go up in January, but oh well, I fucked up hard on that one. It was like $3. That's a fucking 180. I'm such a jackass. I should have fucking bought in when I at 12 or whatever. God, I hate everything. Every time I look at Sol's price, it pisses me off.
Yeah, because you think about how much money you fucking could have made.
Yes, exactly. Because I found that shit at like $3 to $4, but couldn't buy it because of fucking Binance.
There are some rumors that when Ethereum goes to proof of stake, there might be a fork in the network. So like a bunch of people might quit and make their own new Ethereum, just like Ethereum Classic, that can still be mined. So that might be interesting. That would probably be a bad thing, though.
Isn't Ethereum Classic doing pretty good right now or whatever?
I don't know. I wouldn't call it good, but I think Ethereum Classic is more of a problem than anything else because it's been hacked a lot. The 51% hack, and all those people that are invested in it, if they were invested in actual Ethereum, it would be better for the Ethereum network.
Weren't you invested in Ethereum Classic before?
Yeah, I was. I used to think it was a good fucking coin and everything, and I kind of changed my mind. I sold all that shit. That's how I made the 3 grand or whatever back during the bull run. I bought Ethereum Classic because it was cheap. I was like, okay, it's only like $30 a coin.
Then it went up to like 120 or whatever.
It did, yeah. Went to 150. But there's also a rumor that the only reason Ethereum Classic is at the price it's at right now is because a bunch of normies or whatever you want to call them, regular people, bought into it, thinking it was regular Ethereum. And that may be true. It might not.
I know a couple people who bought into Ethereum Classic like earlier in the year who would be considered normies.
It seems like it's found its price that it wants to hover around. But and there's also these people that they think Ethereum Classic is the next Bitcoin. They're like, it's Bitcoin, but it's programmable. I'm like, okay, like I just don't get how that means anything. It sounds like buzzwords to me. Like, isn't all crypto programmable? Like, it literally what it is.
They're usually like smart contracts and shit. Oh wow, Ethereum Classic is only $57. Good thing you fucking sold.
All I know is we're gonna get shit on so much for this crypto podcast from all the people that are obsessed with certain cryptos. So just as a disclaimer, I don't know shit.
Hey, I don't think they're gonna make it to the end. I'm very good at guessing.
And you seem like it. You're always fucking posting coins in the chat.
I'm still pissed about that this whole thing. Like, holy fucking shit. Yeah, and like usually I'll make like a bunch of money, either leave too early and don't make any more money, or stay too late and lose a shit ton of money. That's the crazy part. Like, fuck, last week I was playing with futures on KuCoin, and I like tripled my money. Then I got greedy and I lost all of it.
Bro.
I always get too greedy.
I mean, that's part of the learning experience, man. I'm like, that happened to me too. I could have made so much more money on Ethereum Classic, like I told you. I kept thinking the dip wasn't the floor.
Yeah.
When you trade though, like do you set a stop loss and all that kind of shit?
No. I'll usually like look at it and be like, do I feel like trading this today and putting it in something else, or do I wait? Usually, if I see the price crashing quite a bit, but I'm still up, I'll end up selling.
If I were you, I would set some kind of like a stop loss. I don't know if you watch crypto all day, or if you because well, you have a job, so you probably don't watch it all day. Set some kind of limit to where you can't lose all your money, and also set a fucking, I don't know what it's called, the opposite of a stop loss, but if it goes up.
Oh no, the only time I ever lost all my money was in futures. Yeah, if you make a certain amount. Yeah, it was only futures I lost all my money. I was fucking around with futures. Like normal trading, I don't lose my money. Usually, I know when to get in and out. Because with like shit coins and like cheap coins, there's usually like a bull run where the price is spiking up because everyone's pushing it, and that's usually when you need to sell and not buy in. And so it usually crash back down pretty quick. With like cheap coins, shit coins, and like really cheap coins, there's usually a bull run for a bit, and that's usually a good time to sell. Then it'll crash down, and that's when you buy back in. But then, like some coins, you want to hold for a while.
Yeah, futures are definitely too risky for me. Like options and all that kind of shit. I don't. I mean, you can make so much money if you're smart. If only I knew how.
It's all about timing and luck, to be honest. And none of this is financial advice, and I'm not invested in like any of this shit.
But when it comes to, I've always seen crypto as more of a market sentiment sort of thing. Like I know people talk about like the fundamentals and this coin will be so good and it's programmed so much better than the other one, but it's like none of that really means jack shit.
Yeah, none of that shit matters. It's just how people feel.
Yeah.
It's all feelings. It's literally gambling. That's why it's fun.
I mean, I think it matters in like the long term, but yeah.
But yeah, not right now. Like if you want to make quick cash, it doesn't matter right now. If you're a long-term investor, yeah, that stuff really does matter. Like the fundamentals and like the whole proof of like concept and all that shit. Do you have anything you wanted to shout out or whatever?
Yeah, buy more crypto so the market goes up. I'm not gonna tell you what to buy though. Buy whatever you want.
Buy whatever looks prettiest. If it looks cool, buy it. Don't put all your money in it, though. That's a bad idea. Always put as much as you're willing to lose. But yeah, check out our Patreon, Twitters. You'll find us on all podcasting platforms: Apple, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube. You want to hang out with us on Discord? If you pay on the Patreon, you can come hang out with us. It's like $5 or whatever.
Oh, you gotta pay? Yeah, that's cold, man.
Sorry for the rambling. Yeah. Yeah, they have to pay to get in this Discord.
That's just wrong.
Don't you want to have wrong? You want it to be free?
Yeah, we're communists. I thought.
Maybe we'll figure that out if people actually comment if you want it to be free. No, this is the crypto server where this is the co-op. This is socialism. There's still money in socialism. But yeah, thanks for listening.